looks to cut back toward the middle. And then Villela sets it up in midfield. Away from the play, we've got a stoppage. And I think the officials want to just try to get the scoreboard corrected. Our clock is correct. We've got 10:34 to play, but the scoring screen has been locked up at 11:58. Well, they announced 10:39. We have it as 10:34. There we go. So they'll restart things. They had the big giant scoreboard here since 1992. Unfortunately, the state of Pennsylvania, somebody made the call last year to tear it down for no reason, and that's why they have no giant scoreboard anymore at midfield. They're using screens, and they only have one of two up, and for some reason that's frozen. But yeah, somebody made a bad decision last year to take down a scoreboard that was in perfect use and working fine. Santana, right point. Brings it back out to the neutral zone. On the near side, it's Villela. Playing it back over to the opposite side. SK. Along the near side, Patrick Thompson. And Willie B out by the yellow. Near side, Matt Brame. Far side, Patrick Thompson. Near side, Willie B. Makes the long pass down to Carvalho, center point. Here's Brame. Tries playing it over to the left wing. He'd still keep possession, though. To Prima. Back to Thompson. He'll bring it to the near side. Trying to fake and move and groove, but turns and plays it back out to Danny DePrima. Brame on to the near side for Thompson. 9 minutes to go here in the first. No score. Brame with it at center circle. Now Francis. Back for Santana. Baltimore pushing up. Putting some pressure on. Santana's going to run it out of danger. Moves in. Pulls the trigger wide. Ball comes back out front. Oliveira gets tripped up. It'll be a foul against the Harrisburg Heat. Restart coming up. Dos Santos on it near side, just outside the yellow line. He'll send it up the middle. Santana knees it back out to the neutral zone. Francis. Back to Hundelt, far side Santana. Santana dumping it all the way up. Here comes Morgan, right side. His shot up and out of play. Got that pass. Nice turn. Pulled the trigger from the right, but just did not get it down. In the neutral zone, Villela playing it over to Morgan. Near side, Brame. Center circle, Escobar. He'll send it back to Willie B. Now it's Thompson. Heat working it around the midfield. Baltimore not allowing much advancement. Loose ball knocked out of play far side by Galvis, and we've got our mid-quarter timeout. 7:41 to play in the first. No score, Baltimore and Harrisburg. Back after this on MASL TV.
Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
Scoreless first quarter thus far between Harrisburg and Baltimore. Out of town scoreboard, Utica leading Mississauga 1-0. Kansas City is locked up the second place spot in the South Central behind the Milwaukee Wave. Monterey and Rio Grande, numbers 1 and 2 in the Southwest. It's the Pacific, still up for grabs between Ontario and Tacoma. San Diego has first place locked up there. The battle is for second, though. Heat with the ball in the neutral zone, onto the near side. Carvalho, bad pass, cleared back out to the neutral. Mello circling around. And he'll play it back to Zierhofer. Zierhofer dumping it all the way down into the left corner. And the Heat will knock it back to their keeper, Willie B. Give it off to Santana. Santana played a few seasons ago in Baltimore. Maybe more than a few seasons ago, but was once there. Since Syracuse the last few, Willie B. 3-line violation. Not a good decision on that, so they'll bring it the other way, and Baltimore will have a restart, center point of the yellow line. Mello out front's going to put Hoxie to his right and Raley to his left. He'll approach, he'll shoot, save. Nice one. Willie B falling to his right, getting the hand on it. Had some nice ones last night against Mississauga. So the corner kick coming up this time. Mello. He'll play it out for D'Oliveira, and he'll boot one up and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat with 6:24 to play here in the first. Matt Brahim on it. They call him Frenchie since he's from France. Morgan gets knocked into the glass but doesn't get the whistle. Zierhofer to the top of the box, lets it fly. Brahim will head it the other way. D'Oliveira on it. He'll clear it back out, sent back in. Look out, Francis knocking it over to the near side. Little foot race, Villela coming up with it, but can't control. Brahim knocking it forward. Morgan, what a move. Steps in, right point, shot, save, Zierhofer. Oh, that was a doozy. Ball comes back out to Francis. He'll bring it back in. He'll take a left side off the boards to the right side. Here's Villela. He shoots and scores. Daniel Villela. What a rip to the left side, and the Heat have taken a 1-0 lead. Some great work there by the Heat. Villela comes over to the right. They've gotten a fingertip or two on it by Zierhofer. And the Harrisburg Heat take the lead. his 9th of the season. Francis gets the assisted 9:24. It's 1-0 Harrisburg. Santana trying to get it back out of his own zone, gets tripped up. It'll be a foul against the Blast. Tell you what, that play was all started with a great spin move out near the yellow line by Tavoy Morgan. But just a little wide on his, and luckily Villela got it back and finished it off. Ball sent up the field by Santana, headed back out to the neutral zone and advanced by Galvis. He'll work on the far side against Santana, who's double teamed, dribbles out of traffic, and then finally has it stolen back. Galvis on it again, far boards. Santana called for the obstruction. It'll be a foul against the Heat. See Danny Kelly and David Bascom there on the back of the bench. We'll be talking to David Bascom coming up at halftime. Both those players, former Heat players back in the 90s, and David Bascom into the 2000s. Two of the greats in indoor soccer. And great work ethic, too, by both of those guys. Zierhofer on it. He kicks it out of play. Kick in coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. Right at the top of the arc. 4:44 to go here in the first. So Carvalho at the top will put Tom Meller to his right. Tom mostly comes in for those power plays and restarts. He'll play it to the right side for Francis with a shot. Still loose down in front. Zierhofer holds on. Zierhofer, 6'5". Has some great size out there. And William Van Zelle getting some rest. They can use Zierhofer and give that little break until the playoffs start Saturday, April 20th in Baltimore. And then Monday, April 22nd in Utica. Out in the neutral zone, Hoxie has it for the Blast. He'll lose it. Thompson gets it over to Morgan. Moves in. Center point. Pulls the trigger. That's blocked. Comes back out to Villela. He'll send it over to the far side to Brame. Back on the near side, Villela. Knocks it off the boards. Morgan, right corner. Brame around the boards. Nice stop again. Zierhofer guarding the sides. Long distribution down that far side, goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat with 3:33 to go in the first. 1-0 Heat. Thanks to Daniel Villela. Ball comes back into the Baltimore zone, and Elton De Oliveira trying to head it out, gets kind of undercut by Morgan. Ooh, dangerous play there, landing hard, but whistled only for a foul. It'll be a restart for the Blast. Fans, don't forget about Kick This on iHeartRadio, Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Soccer Sam, all the ins and outs, especially heading into playoff time. He'll give you the weekly dose of info you need on the MASL. It's Kick This on iHeartRadio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Santana with the ball, circling back in his own end. He'll clear it out all the way down to Tom Meller. Moves into the left corner. His shot goes wide to the near side. Villela chasing on. Plays it over to Escobar, who knocks it off the boards and plays it all the way back in midfield to Santana. He'll leave it for Patrick Thompson out in the neutral zone. Thompson circling around to the near side. Leaving it for Miller. 2:48 to go. Miller moves down to the right side. Round the boards. Pokes back out front. Comes out to Brame, center point. He'll pull the trigger. Save in front. Thompson gets a piece of it, but right to the hands of Zierhofer. Dos Santos looking to get it back out. Mike Zierhofer, he'll chip it high in the air. Willie B jumps up, comes down over his own player. Comes to his feet and gets rid of it. Those 4 seconds go quick. Along the near side, Hundelt can't control it off the boards. Baltimore keeps possession, keeps moving. Galvin down the near side. Blast wanted a foul, but they had possession. They were making a run, so the official did not blow the whistle for D'Oliveira, who now has it. Trying to work into the heat zone, cleared back out. Dos Santos guarding it away from Ricky Carvalho. Up on the far side, sent around the boards by Chris Sila. Carvalho trying to squeeze away from Sila, who sends it back out. Thomas on it now in midfield. He'll play it over to the far side. Glad to have you along tonight on MASL TV. Always a great game between these two teams. And we get the foul whistled there against John Orlando. And don't forget, you can get all the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Ball headed back to Zierhofer. He'll pull it down with under a minute to go here in the first. Sent back out to the neutral zone. D'Oliveira on it. He'll dump it down into the left corner. Hoxie sends it back out to the neutral. Raley over to the far side. Diesel taking his time, sends it back out to Tony Donatelli. Zierhofer dumping it down, but this one gets away from him out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. Will Bonaheen from Rochester. First year with the Harrisburg Heat. Has had to carry the load down the stretch here with some injuries to Matt Perella. All sent back to the Heat zone. Santana knocks it along the boards. Sent all the way up the far side with a few seconds left to go. And that will do it. We've played one in Harrisburg. It's the Heat 1, Baltimore nothing, back with a second quarter on MASL TV.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo. Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Oh my goodness, Frank Tayu scores. Oh, heartbreaker.
Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you at gmail.com.
The Harrisburg Heat lead 1-0 after 1 quarter of play. Shots in the first, 5 for Harrisburg and 2 for Baltimore. The only goal at 9:24, Daniel Valella, his 9th, from Francis, made it 1-0. Out-of-town scoreboard, Utica leading Mississauga now 2-0. In their game. The Heat going right to left here in the second quarter. Santana long blast, just wide left. Baltimore clearing it back up out of midfield. Nice pass to Orlando with the heel, and the Heat able to clear it back out. Ricardinho coming up with it, but overstepping it is Santana. Out to the neutral zone he goes. Medaille sends it to the far side. A great save. Willie B coming back to that right side and snuffing it on Orlando. Great play by the Heat netminder. Here comes Dos Santos. Playing it down to the right side. De Oliveira cleared to the side. Still being knocked around. Carvalho trying to knock it out. Dos Santos comes up with it. Early here in the second. Ball dumped down into the corner and kicked high by Galvis out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. So Harrisburg to restart things with a goal kick. Dylan Hundelt, we talked to him last night after the game. He had a goal and an assist. Good defensive play. Mentioned how sometimes I forget and confuse him with his dad, Kevin Hundelt, who played for St. Louis back in the 90s against Harrisburg. Here's DePrima, knocks it off the boards. Knocked back out. Always great to see that second generation of indoor soccer players. Easy grab for Zierhofer. So far has looked very steady out there in just his first game of the season. Sila on it far side, getting double teamed along the boards. Stolen away by the Heat's Hundelt, and he is tripped. It'll be a foul against the Blessed. Filson Water is the official water supplier for the Harrisburg Heat. Ask Filson about branding and promotional opportunities. They can put your logo on water bottles. That's Filson Water. All down along the near boards. Devoy Morgan playing it back out for Hundelt. On to the far side. Center circle, it comes to Brain. Danny DePrima. He'll fire it up the middle of the field, but intercepted by Diesel, knocked away by Francis. Sent back out to the neutral zone, and one there by Tom Miller, who takes a shot and a save. Zierhofer punching it to the far side. Look out. Hundelt called for the foul to be a free kick for Baltimore. Tom Miller had a nice blast there with the left. Just off the mark. Shouldn't say off the mark. It was on mark. Zierhofer just made a nice save going to his left. Raley with it, playing it over to the far side. Looks like a good number of Blast fans have made their way up I-83 for this game once again. Just an hour and 15 down the road. Oxy trying to center it for Donatelli. He trying to clear it out. Donatelli battling, but good job by DePrima to fend him off. And Willie B picks it up, makes that long throw the other way. Dos Santos will headball it. Donatelli has it poked away by Escobar. Carvalho trying to pass it. Brame comes up with it. Tries moving in. Now Carvalho gets free. Top of the arc. Gets knocked around. Shot blocked. Carvalho again. Fancy dribbling. Gets it back out of midfield. Fans appreciated the ball handling. Daniel Villela on it. 11:27 to go in the second quarter. Over on the far side, Dos Santos. Up along the boards. Works it to the near side. Donatelli. Sent down into the corner. Willie B clears it back out. Dos Santos on it there. All the way back to the keeper, Zierhofer. Baltimore sends it right up the middle. Headed by Santana out to the neutral zone. And again, the Blast trying to come up with it. A little possession by Mello. Over to Dos Santos. Along the near side, De Oliveira can't control, goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. Restart Nelson Santana. Tim Tima, the referee, right behind him. Longtime player in indoor soccer. Here's Morgan with a shot blocked. Gets it back. Blast will clear it back out. Up the far side, sent to the middle, and it goes all the way over to the near side. And Dye on it. Back out to Raley. Raley again on it. Under 10 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Steal by Villela. Trying to get to it, but Mello comes back up with it. Up in midfield, Diesel. And back out again in midfield is Thomas. 1-0 Heat. Silas sends it down to the right side, comes back out to Raley. $9:10 to go here in the second. 1-0 in favor of the Heat. Low scoring game. Last time these two teams met, kind of a sleeper offensively for the Heat, as the Blast won at 8-2. They also won 6-5 and 9-4 this season. Heat's only victory was January 26th, an 8-6 win for Harrisburg. Thomas with it, playing it all the way down into the right corner. Back out to the neutral zone. Diesel on it. Back for Raley. Near side Thomas. Baltimore trying to set it up. They'll dump it down into the corner. Galvis on it there. Heel kicks it around. Easy grab for Willie B. He'll roll it out to the near side. Danny DePrima. Long pass down. Intercepted. Ball knocks around, and now Francis knocks it off the boards to himself. Gets it up for Miller, who pulls the trigger wide. Ball comes back out near the yellow line. And the Blast are on it. Thomas running it up the far boards, decides to slow up and play it back behind him. We're at the midway point of the second. Here comes Dos Santos. tapping it down to the right side. Oliveira shot save. Will he be? Francis will chip it back up the middle of the field. This one's going to bounce all the way down to Donatelli, and he'll bring it back out. Trying to get it up to Hoxie in the right corner, knocks it off the boards, comes out front. Nobody home except the Heat. Got a couple players out in the neutral zone, and Francis will tap it forward. But again, Blast come up with it. Stolen away by Ricardinho Carvalho, but he has it busted up nicely by Tony Donatelli, who gets rid of it. Back to the keeper, Zierhofer. Donatelli's going to chip it all the way down into the left corner. Santana battling there, keeps possession, knocks it off the boards, lost it. Dos Santos moves back in, takes it around the boards, knocked to the side by Willie B. Now Santana, a little bit more room to run, long pass down the near side. Ricardinho, Ricky Carvalho moves into the corner. Holds, looks, plays it out. Valella, left point. Now he'll send it out center circle to Brame. On to the far side, back to the near side. Matt Brame up for Hundelt. Center point. Brame right side around the boards and clear to the side by Baltimore's Elton De Oliveira. And it's Baltimore ball. 6:13 to go in the second. Donatelli on it in the neutral zone. Knocks it off the boards down the near side. And Dye can't get to it, but still trying to come up with it. Still loose in the middle. DePrima comes back and helps out. Escobar has it, trying to make a run up the field. He are going to change up. The ball comes over to the near side. Hundelt trying to protect it against two Blast players. Now Escobar hops in. Dos Santos wins it. Donatelli sends it up the near side. Orlando with it. 5:35 to go. 1-0 Heat. Tony Donatelli out of midfield. Blast will send it all the way up into the right corner. And Dye battling there with Santana. Santana wins it. Gets it out of traffic again. Taps it over to the far side to Morgan. And he'll send it back to Santana at the yellow. Up the near side, Danny DePrima for the Heat. Works toward the yellow. Thompson overlaps, left side. Knocks it off the boards to the middle, but no one there as it popped back out near the top of the box, and everyone was in pretty tight. Brame sends it forward, headed back out by the Blast. Along the near side, it's going to be Galvis losing it. SK moves in, top of the arc. Has that poked away by Raleigh. Here comes Mello. Mello overlapped on the left side by Diesel to the middle, and a nice save down the middle by Danny DePrima to knock it out of play as he goes into the back of the net. We've got timeout, 4:32 to play in the second. It's 1-0 Harrisburg. This is MASL TV.
Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com.
Back in Harrisburg, John Wilsbach with you. Heat with a 1-0 lead. There's the Baltimore bench. Head coach Danny Kelly talking to Sila. Next to him, David Bascom, the assistant coach, both former players in both Baltimore and Harrisburg. And coming up at halftime, we'll talk in an interview with David Bascom. Catch up on things. 4:32 to play in this one. 1-0 Harrisburg. Vans Oort Signs is the official sign sponsor of the Harrisburg Heat, thanks to Rod Oort. They're handling the signs for the Harrisburg Heat. Pat Healy, former Blast player, giving his defense. Commander 2, three-man wall sets up, pass to the left, hits the crossbar on the restart, and goes out of play. So the restart coming up. Santana, right in front of him, Daniel Oliveira. Ball sent all the way back down to the keeper and picked up there by Zierhofer. Low scoring one. Just 1-0 Harrisburg. Zierhofer dumps it all the way toward the Heat zone, and Santana lost it out of bounds. A little upset with himself. It'll be a kick in for Baltimore. Tough defender trying to guard things in the back, and of course trying to guard Andrew Hoxie. That's a job and a half. This Baltimore team the last few years winning the MASL championship has certainly had numerous heroes in different games. You got the Hoxies and Donatelli out there, and Vanzella in goal, and Dos Santos and Dantas. I mean, they just have been able to do it year after year, and we'll talk a little bit about the challenges of this season at halftime with David Bascom. Dos Santos on it to the near side. He'll approach the yellow, but has his pocket picked nicely by Carvalho. He'll get it out of midfield to Valella. Valella right up the middle, taps it to the left. Carvalho off the boards to the middle, but Hundelt was closely guarded. Carvalho is tripped up, and Ricky able to draw that foul to be a free kick coming up for the Heat. Left wing of the Baltimore zone. Sila just clipped him enough there on that back of the ankle to get the foul whistled. So a good restart opportunity here for the Heat. Valella will do the restart. Escobar goes toward the middle, comes out to the right side, and a blast there, blocked in the middle. Hundelt recovers it again, sends it all the way back to his keeper. Willie B up the middle to Escobar. Santana trying to send it down the right side again. Loses it out of play. Kick in coming up for the Blast. Near side, Mello on it. Check that rally. Jeremy Raley. Back half of the field, and Raley will send it up the middle. Morgan blocks it. Heat come up with it, and then Raley knocks it away. Now it's Orlando with it at midfield. He'll leave it near side for De Oliveira. Now Tony Donatelli sending it over to the left. Normally you see Donatelli camped out up front, but he's taking a little easier and playing it in the back right now. Willie B with it. He'll roll it out far side. Here comes Patrick Thompson down the far boards. Thompson sends one around the boards, knocked to the side. Thompson gets it back right wing boards. Plays out in the neutral zone to Brame. SK will leave it for DePrima. Brame's going to send it all the way down into the right corner. Morgan on it there. Back out for Francis. He'll take a shot, but it's right on Zierhofer, who knocks it down and holds. Long throw up the near side. Thompson again comes up with it. Plays it over to Francis. A little room to run on that far side. Now up to Morgan. There at the right point. Morgan pulling the trigger, has it blocked. Hit his hand on the deflection for a handball. It'll be a free kick for Baltimore. Didn't like the call, but I think it did hit his hand, so got to call that foul. 1:11 to go. Morgan on it. Now it's Francis. Willie B back out to Morgan. Double teamed along the boards. He gets knocked down. No whistle. Here come the Heat. DePrima down the middle. Left side, Francis with a shot wide. Goes around the boards to the far side. Donatelli looks to get it out and does. Santana. Moves in center point. Gets past some traffic, but nice job by Raley to clear it back out. Now Thompson has it. 1-0 Harrisburg. Valella. Far side over to Thompson. Long pass down to Tom Miller in the corner. Poked back out front. And he just run out of time. We have reached halftime here in Harrisburg. The Harrisburg Heat 1, Baltimore Blast 0. Stay tuned. Coming up, we'll recap the first half. And we're also going to come back with an interview with David Bascom, the assistant coach and former player for the Heat, assistant coach for Baltimore. We'll have him when we return. It's 1-0 Heat here on MASL TV.
Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com.
Shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! Goal! It's gonna go, as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Oh my goodness, Frank Tayu scores. Oh, heartbreaker.
And welcome back at halftime on MASL TV. John Wilsbach with you. And my halftime guest, the assistant coach of the Baltimore Blast and former Blast player and former Harrisburg Heat player, David Bascom.
How you doing? How's things going?
Great. We've had you in the broadcast booth many times since the early 90s. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Some old memories, right? Some old memories.
Well, there are old memories, and from both sides of the field for you, playing for the Blast and playing for the Heat. What a rivalry that has been over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, just over the years, and it's really kind of, it's awesome. And the one thing I'm happy, and thanks to you as well. I must say thanks because you kept this, you kept the team. You started it back going, right? Yeah. I think I was out there for 12 years and got a chance to come back, so it's great, and this rivalry, it's unbelievable. I remember playing for the Heat and going to the Blast, right? Going down those fields. And I don't even remember the first year. We used to train in Baltimore.
Yes.
We used to train at the Burns, right? We used to train at the Burns and traveling there every day. But it's a great rivalry, It's and even the players, and even now we talk about those memories. The time when Tariq was in Baltimore, came up to Harrisburg. Then I ended up in Baltimore playing with Tariq. So it's great, and it's good to have for the league.
Yeah, guys like Danny Kelly, of course, Steve Boardman. There's a lot of flip-flopping there, and Franklin McIntosh.
Yep.
Going on there for a few years, Lee Tashan-Trett, and just that whole crew of guys that, were a part of both teams.
Yes. It's and just watching it grow here in this area, in Harrisburg. I remember when we was, the first year was 91, 92, and I can remember the game was just starting here, just starting the outdoor. Now you got all these club teams that's doing really well. The young people, it's growing. The football or soccer community is really big, and I didn't realize how big it was also in Baltimore. So it's just great. It's great that it's still around, and it's really great that the players are still connecting.
It was always a big physical campaign when the two met, almost a love-hate relationship.
There was definitely some physical, right?
Yeah, a lot of physical stuff. What do you remember the most going into games? Was it, was it guys gunning for guys?
Nah, it was the energy, right? And back then you had players who had a social and emotional connection to the game. Yeah. Back then it was crazy. We didn't have a lot of systems. We just played. Players woke up winning. Players woke up wanting to play. We enjoyed the game. And we always felt that, okay, that guy on the other team's, taking my job away from me. Or that guy on the other team, I can't lose because that could be my job. So it was a really kind of a lot of energy, and it was great energy for the fans. I remember we only had 1 or 2 signs up around, then all of a sudden, we end up filling this place out. It's a passion, right? It was a great passion. It was a love for the game that came out. Nobody wanted to lose. Back then, it was playing like 40 games, right? 44 games.
40 and 44 the one season, yeah. A lot of fights, a lot of brawls underneath the arena, too. I mean, this is carried off the field many times.
Has it ever. And it's amazing because it's when we're having these conversations with Tariq and the guys like Lance and all the guys, and we're having these conversations, And it's really, we smile now, but we talked about just the game or how much people love the game, right? And that's what I'm hoping that it gets back to. If we can find, with this 21st century, the mindset is shifting, right? The game is complex. And even with the young people, we got to make sure that we continue to install that emotional and social connection to it, even with our young people. And that's what I'm excited about.
You also had some other close friends as well that have become great coaches over the years, and Mark Pulisic and Bob Lilly.
Yep. Yeah. Well, who can forget Bobby, right? I remember my first training session, and God bless his soul, rest in peace. Schmutzy.
Todd
Smith.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember I was coming off the came-off, and once again come to training, and I wasn't in the wall correctly. So here's Todd. You don't get in that wall, I'm going to punch you right in your head. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to move now, right? So Bobby, I just remember him every day just grabbing me and pulling me and telling me where to go. The great leaders, right?
Yeah.
All the guys you're mentioning were very good leaders. And that's what needs to continue, because it doesn't only help the game or the integrity of the game, it helps the skills outside the game, right? And that's what I enjoyed. I learned so much. You had myself, Danny Kelly, you had Lee Tashan-Trett. Well, Lee was probably in his second year because he came from Albany. Yep. Mark Pulisic, Joe Malia. We had some young guys. Yes, some young guys again. So it was a battle, but those guys, Angelo, Panzetta, we had some good, Dave Vaudreuil.
Yep.
And when I'm looking at the players, think about it. All those guys are doing something. They're all coaching. They're all very successful.
Yeah. And for a guy like you at that time, you were young. You were out of Bermuda. you weren't playing any indoor soccer down
No.
there. That had to be a tough transition his first couple years.
Let me tell you something. My first game, I remember running into the boards, and I looked around. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. I need more space. So I remember Mark saying to me, Pulisic says, listen, just hang in there. And it was it really played a lot on my mindset. And the first year, I was about to give up. I was about to give up because I said, man, I was using the indoor game just as an excuse. Okay, it's indoor, I can't play indoor, so I was going to walk away. And I remember Pulisic coming to me and says, no, you got to hang in there. You got to stay. So I ended up coaching with him at Lebanon. And then I said, okay, I'm going to try out. And after that, Palahan, great coach because he allowed us to play, right?
That's right.
And I remember coming back for 7 years straight. I was in open tryouts.
Yeah.
I went to every open tryout because I was like, so I really got to, enjoy the game. And what I done that shifted my mindset, I actually changed my number, to my kids' birthdays. I had more of a connection. I said, I got to get an emotional connection to this game because, I loved it. I mean, after a while, it just became fun, became enjoyable. And just the idea you're entertaining, right? People's coming to watch you play, and they don't like watching a bad movie.
No, and you became the all-time leading scorer and went through that whole first 12-year session of the first Harrisburg Heat, and the fans remember that.
It's always great, and it's something because I was talking to Lester Felicia, and we had, Danny, we had Gino DeFlorio.
Oh, that's right.
Think of the guy, Chinapu. Chinapu actually helped my game a lot. He actually helped me really a lot because what happened is that I was so fast, I used to run around the field, and I just drive the ball and not sure where it's going. And I'm like, man, I keep missing the target. And the only thing he told me, I need you to breathe. Before you go strike this ball, you slow down and breathe. Every day, I kept working on my breathing when I was shooting 60 shots a morning, and I would get here early, banging balls, and it's those things, right?
Yeah.
We talked about the players and all those guys that came in, it's like the Bob Litters. So you're gonna have players that will just get older, right? And you have players that will be old but will be veterans. There's a difference, right? Veterans have something to offer the game, and that's what I found with Chinapu, and that's what we're trying to install now, right? We just don't want to get old. We want to be able to offer something in the game to keep the integrity there.
Well, we talked about on the field, off the field. You were very active in so many different things in Bermuda and here at home. Talk a little bit about your foundation and some of the things you're doing.
Yeah, it's amazing. As an athlete, what I found is that going into schools and with my speech impediment, that a lot of people didn't realize I had, so I talked with my hands. And what happened, I had to train myself, and I said, wow, came into Harrisburg, and they got me in schools. And I remember my first speech in the school, I couldn't even talk, I couldn't even get it out. So I said I had to train myself, right? Because we are athletes, and we have to make sure we're giving the right message. So what I've done, I built the Hope for Life Foundation back then. And then I kind of realized it still wasn't enough, right? I had to learn myself about leadership development. So I created from my own journey, the Power of One, 4 levels of leadership. Now I'm able to kind of internationally going around, working with teachers, teaching them how to engage. And, from there it's just growing. So I installed this even with the Blast players, teaching them how to lead, teaching them about their personality traits and how it affects everything they do. So it's been great. My greatest value of my life is my legacy. And I enjoy doing whatever I can to save lives.
Before I let you go, coming down the stretch here, Baltimore and Utica in first place. We already know the matchup is set, but this may be one of the most depleted Baltimore teams as far as injuries and banged up going late into a season that I've seen. How are you guys going to recover from that?
Yeah, it's mental, right? It's mental. The key to it is that, we know even this year was a transformation period. We know that we got a lot of young guys that we want to make sure we got in. So actually, we're actually pretty good. It's the mindset, right? Once they trust, and they're trusting us, they're trusting the process, and that takes a while. Change is not easy. Change takes time, and they're all now realizing that, wow, because we've seen this movie before. We've been here before, right?
And you've come away with championships from it,
yes, right? And it's all mental. It's a lot of mental, pieces that, where the players are trusting each other. They have to move for, you have to grind for, you have to wake up winning. And that's the key, right? When you wake up winning, nothing can stop you. And the one thing I tell them, no matter what we do in life and on this field, you make it count. Yeah, no matter what you do, you have to make it count. And I'm going to tell you, remember I had players down. We went to Canada, we had 5 players, 6 players out. Yeah. We found those ways to win. Right. And that's the key, and that builds character. So we're excited. As we know, playoffs are a whole different story, right? A whole different ball game. So we're excited. It's going to be a great playoffs. So we're just, really going to push forward.
Well, it's always great seeing you. Welcome back to Harrisburg. We miss you here, and we have so many great memories of your playing here, and I know the folks in Baltimore have certainly appreciated you, and congratulations on all your work with the foundation. Great seeing you. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thanks again.
Thank you. David Bascom, assistant coach for the Baltimore Blast and former Harrisburg Heat player, our guest here at halftime. We'll come back with the second half here on MASL TV.
Good. Yeah.
Well, and we're back in Harrisburg. 1-0, Harrisburg Heat leading Baltimore, thanks to David Bascom for that halftime interview. Let's take a look at a couple highlights from the first half. This one comes out to Daniel Villela. Big rip there from the right side, finding the upper left corner of the net. That ball just bounced out wide, and what a blast. Francis got the assist. Daniel Villela, his 9th of the season. So offensively, you get the goal. And here's one from Brame with a nice save in front by Zierhofer. And Baltimore gets an opportunity. They'll bring it up the floor. And Dye over to the left side. And Willie B coming back the opposite side. Makes a nice stop on John Orlando. And that's where we stand right now with a scoreless Baltimore team on the board at halftime. The Heat leading 1-0. Final meeting of the season between these two teams, and Baltimore's already won 3 or 4, so they've got the series. Check the out-of-town scoreboard while we've got the chance. And wow, shocker here, Mississauga has taken a 3-2 lead on Utica City. They're battling injuries, short-handed. And they're in Utica, and they're up 3-2 right now. The other game, Kansas City shutting out Florida 4-0. And of course, Utica City and the Baltimore Blast already set for the playoffs against each other. You fans in Baltimore, you're going to see that game Saturday, April 20th. As Baltimore entertains Utica. Get your tickets for that 6 o'clock start time. Monday, April 22nd, they'll play game 2 up in Utica. We start the second half. Harrisburg leading 1-0. The Heat outshot Baltimore 11-6 in that first half. Blast with it, Donatelli. On the left, shot, save again. Comes out to Hoxie, who pops it up and out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Andrew Hoxie, 11 goals on the season for him. Had a real good game against the Heat on March 17th in that 8-2 victory for the Blast. Patrick Thompson sending it down the near side, sent back the other way. Matt Brame near side, Thompson back for Willie B, comes out and pops it 3 lines. His second 3-line violation of the contest, so we'll go to the other end for a restart. Center point of the yellow line, Mello. Shot gets blocked, goes over into the corner. Hoxie sends one around in front, gets blocked a couple times there by Willie B, and he's able to clear it out. Brame all the way up left side. Francis knocks it off the boards to the middle and cleared back out by D'Oliveira. Early here in the second half. Away from the play, we get a stoppage. I believe it's because the keeper for the Heat, Willie B, is injured. He made those 2 saves the last time down for the Blast and may have jammed the fingers. Either way, he's going to have to live with it because Matt Perella is not dressed for the Harrisburg Heat. He is out with an injury, and Will is going to have to play through some pain in this. Pat Healy making sure that the defense does an even better job now. They've got to stand big for their defender, for their goalkeeper. I'm not sure if he dislocated a finger. They had to pop it out, or things are just jam bad, but he's being tended to by the trainer. And OIP, Arlington Orthopedic, they are the official medical provider of the Heat. If you're injured, you can go where the pros go, and that's OIP. Fans of Harrisburg Heat would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League and providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL 2. And fans, don't forget, if you'd like to attend the Harrisburg Heat's end-of-season banquet, give our friend Jerry Haltry a call. It's going to be this coming Friday night, April the 5th, at the New Cumberland VFW. Got a buffet, beverages, good times with the players. It's this Friday night. If you'd like to have reservations and join the Harrisburg Heat, call Jerry at 717-503-3657. Last restart things, Willie B stays in. And Dye losing it down into the corner. Santana double teamed. Ball sent around the boards, and Willie B down grabbing on. Long pass down for Morgan. Shot. Hit inside the left post. Oh, so close. One time that one on the fly to the right side. Hit inside the left post and popped back out. So close. Mello knocks it back out to the neutral zone. Morgan does such a great job on the run when he gets that distribution. Keeps the player to his left, gets the ball to the right, and just turns and pops it in the opposing team's end. So smooth. And right there was just a couple inches off. 1-0 Heat. Dos Santos playing it down toward the corner. Chris Sila going for the ball, trips over Willie B. And he is down and hurting, as they were both going for it. So guys getting banged up left and right, and the last thing the Blast need is another injury. Not that Sila has had a lot of playing time this season. Watch this distribution. Down for Morgan. One times it, and I'll tell you, great job there by Zierhofer to get just the fingertips on it, because he knocked it just wide enough that it hit the post. Otherwise, it was going in. And we still have the injury here for the Baltimore Blast. Well, the Blast will play at home Saturday, April 20th against Utica. Monday, April 22nd in Utica. But fans, get your tickets there at BaltimoreBlast.com. Support your Blast in the playoffs. They try for another MASL championship. But it seems the team to beat is definitely going to be the San Diego Sockers. 19-1 on the season, a 17-game win streak for the Sockers. They are the hottest ones, especially since Landon Donovan joined them. Really exciting, the folks in San Diego. Well, Chris Sile goes off the field under his own power. The Heat restart things. Ball headed down toward the corner. Dos Santos trying to play it out. Gets a little help. Donatelli's going to dump it all the way down into the corner to Galvis. Headed away by Brame. Brame trying to win it down the corner. Pops around. Hundelt knocks it off the boards. Some scrappy play in midfield. Bodies flying. Brame, great foot skills. Works it up the field. A lot of pushing going on. And meanwhile, an injured player is Ricky Ricardino Carvalho there in front of the Baltimore bench. Staying down. Not sure if he cramped up or hurting the ankle. But Carvalho right now taking a seat. And the last thing the Baltimore Blast need in this game is to get more injuries since they're headed into the playoffs. The Heat, just one more home game remaining. That's next Saturday night. Mississauga back in town. The Metro Stars and the Heat, 7:05 on Saturday night, April the 6th. Get your tickets at HarrisburgHeat.com for the final game of this season. And I really do like that the MASL has moved things back a little bit. They got rid of that November start. They've gone with the December start and moved the season in through March. And I really think that that has been successful, giving a lot of teams, I think, even better dates with playing. Along the near side comes Morgan. He'll bring it out. Working up towards the yellow line. Takes the shot wide left. Francis back to the middle. Clear to the side. Francis again knocks it off the boards. Clear to the side by Donatelli. And the Heat will play it all the way back to the keeper. It's been a slow start to this second half with injuries. Ball deflected all the way down to Zierhofer. He'll chip it high in the air out of midfield. Donatelli misses on the header, and then Francis is called for the pushing foul. Knocking over Juan Galvis. So the restart coming up for the Blast. In the back. Ball dumped down by Rayleigh, getting it down to Hoxie. Back out to the neutral zone. Now it's Donatelli trying to get it to Hoxie near side. Santana keeps him away from it. Trying to get free. Santana wedged along the boards. It'll be a foul against Hoxie. He thought he should have gotten that same call at the other end or the other side of the field earlier, but didn't. Santana will restart things. DePrimo will dump it down into the right corner. Patrick Thompson getting it, gets free, plays it out front, shot, kick, save down on the goal line on the shot by Escobar. Great stop by the Blast as Zierhofer comes up with it and sends it the other way. Ball sent around the boards to the opposite side and cleared back out. Almost sure that was Jeremy Rayleigh who made that save down on the goal line just a few moments ago, the block save for the Blast. Here comes Hoxie. Right side turns. Easy grab by Willie B. Escobar brings it back out for the Heat. A 1-0 game. Harrisburg in front. Santana dumping it down. Easy grab there for Zierhofer. Clemson product sends it all the way back up the field. And who's it go to? Chris Sila, who was injured just a few minutes ago. He appears to be fine now and back out there on the field. Here's Escobar on that shot just moments ago. And that was Raley down there on the goal line making that blocking save. Brame will kick it high in the air out of midfield. Malella on it, but they're going to call the foul on Tavoy Morgan. It'll be a free kick for the Blast. Restart coming up. Baltimore wasting no time. D'Oliveira on it. Sending it forward. Knocked the other way by Hundelt. Morgan has it. He'll work in left side. Hundelt, corner around the boards. Out to Morgan. Shot blocked. Out of play. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Heat. As that one bounced off Sila. Restart coming up from the right corner. 9:20 to play here in the third. Malella to restart. Sends it out front. Morgan, shot blocked. Pops loose in the middle. Francis trying to get to it, but Sila comes up with it. He'll chip it back out. Santana sending it over to the far side. Patrick Thompson. Santana down along the near boards. Carvalho, look out, here's Thompson, top of the arc. Shot hit inside the right post this time. Oh, the Heat keep dinging them right and left. Carvalho has it taken away. And Dye on it, brings it back out. Sila knocks it over to the right side. And the Heat able to win it. Oh, they're going to call the foul down that right side against Harrisburg. Hundelt called for the foul. There'll be a restart at the right wing. Baltimore is trying to set it up. Two-man wall there. Looking to send it to the far side for Dos Santos, but Santana steps in front, plays up near side to Prima. Danny DePrima with a shot blocked out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Coming up on the midway point of the third. Restart comes out to the neutral zone. Hundelt on it over to Brame. Brame outside the yellow takes a shot that's blocked. Out of center circle to Hundelt. To Prima and Hundelt. Now Escobar. He'll send it up the field. It's blocked. Brought the other way by Mello. Mello's pass intercepted by Escobar. Tapping in the near side for Brame. Long pass over to the far side by Morgan. Near side Brame again. Here comes Villela, left side, knocks it off the boards, in front, Carvalho shoots and scores! 2-0 Heat. Ricky Ricardinho Carvalho had himself in great position. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 26 seconds. Villela knocks it off the boards. It pounces right out to the top middle of the box. And Carvalho is there to finish it off for the Harrisburg Heat. His 29th goal of the season. And it's now 2-0 in favor of the Heat. Villela, who had the first goal of the game, got the assist on this one. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard while we're at it. Last time we checked, we had the Metro Stars taking the lead on Utica City. Utica City has since scored. It's a 3-3 game up in Utica. And we have Kansas City still shutting out the Florida Tropics 4-0. Our game here, 2-0 Heat. Midway through this third quarter. Nice goal by Carvalho just moments ago. His 29th of the season. Baltimore restarting things, playing it down into the left corner. Donatelli trying to get the foot on it. Sends one around in front, blocked nicely by Hundelt in front, guarding it for Willie B, and Santana will clear it back out. SK trying to get on it near side, circling around out of midfield. Valella back for Santana. Here's Morgan. Moves towards the top. Back out for Santana. Loose ball, and Thomas will clear it out. Hundelt on it. Outside the yellow, Santana. Taps it over far side for his keeper, and it gets chipped out of play by Willie B. 6:38 to go in the third. Harrisburg with a 2-0 lead. You still see some of that fog drifting around here in the arena from the earlier fog machine. So hard for them to clear that out of here for some reason. Santana knocking it off the boards, but has it poked away by Hoxie. Orlando comes up with it. He's got a little room to run, steps in. Then the Heat slide in. Clear it away. Santana runs it out of traffic now. Santana trying to pass, gets it back, knocks it down the middle. Easy grab for Zierhofer. He'll make the long throw for Hoxie, but this one gets away from him and goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. 6:06 to go in the third. 2-0 Harrisburg. Restart coming up at the top of the arc. They bring in Tom Miller, as they do for a lot of the restarts. And scoring opportunities and power plays. Carvalho to Miller. He shoots and scores. Tom Miller. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 56 seconds. Carvalho with the assist. Just a little tap to the left. Miller with that nasty strike. Makes it a 3-0 game. Tom Miller getting his 9th of the season. Carvalho gets the assist, his 18th assist of the season. And it's now 3-0. Carvalho playing a near side. Valella, long pass to the opposite side. Heat holding a shutout thus far. Look out left side. I said it too soon, didn't I? I jinxed him, because there's a goal for Elton D. Oliveira, who finally breaks the ice for the Blast and gets him on the board. Didn't waste much time, did he? Time of the goal, 9:10, just 14 seconds after the Heat goal. And Elton D. Oliveira gets his 6th goal of the season. I believe they're giving Daniel Oliveira the assist. So it's a 3-1 game. Foul whistled against Santana. Not Galvis. Got to be a free kick for Baltimore. And the Blast starting to trying to get the momentum on their side. They had not scored for 35, over 35 minutes in this contest. But finally get on the board. It's 3-1, still in favor of Harrisburg. Juan Galvez playing it back out to the neutral zone. Dos Santos. On to the near side to his keeper. Thomas has it now. Back for Zierhofer. Zierhofer getting his first start. Has a 3-line violation there. As William Van Zella getting a break heading into playoffs. So a 3-man wall will set up in front of the Heat, center point. Now they're going to make it a 2-man. They'll play it over to Morgan. His shot's blocked. He gets it back, moves top of the arc, takes it far left side, but Dos Santos gets in on him, and then Morgan on the roll kicks it out of play. It'll be a kick in for Baltimore. And once again, you see that fog. Tell you, they must use some potent fog here when they use their fog machines, because this stuff does not dissipate. It just permeates around here the entire night. Somebody needs to bring in a giant fan and blow it out of here. Along the near side, Donatelli has it poked away. Morgan working down the right side. Right corner, Villela back for Morgan, but knocked off to the side by Dos Santos, and a foul on Villela. And bodies flying all over the place. You got Morgan down, Donatelli's down. Earlier injuries to Willie B. and Chris Sila of Baltimore. Morgan's up, appears to be okay. 4:34 to go in the third, 3-1 in favor of the Heat. Brame comes up the ball up the far side. Meller knocking it free. Dos Santos sends it the other way. Oxy back out to the neutral zone. Now Thomas will send it over to Dos Santos. Adriano Dos Santos. Jamie Thomas near side. Tony Donatelli. Donatelli sending it in. Brame sends it out to Miller. Now Villela will get it out of traffic and playing it up for Brame. Matt Brame trying to get around De Oliveira, and he was being held. Yep, that's a blue card. Brame was going to turn and would have had a good free run up the middle, and he was being held. Watch this. Look at that. Right there, he was going to get free and probably get a good open shot near the top of the arc. But Elton De Oliveira called for the hold at 11 minutes and 7 seconds. First power play of the game. The Heat just 43% on the season. Baltimore's killed all 52% of the power plays against it this season. Near side, Carvalho out for Santana. Carvalho at the top, plays it over to the left to Francis. Back for Santana. Mello giving a lot of pressure out front. Dos Santos is in the back. Defensively, Donatelli out there, shot wide. Comes out to Santana. Right wing, Carvalho. Back out for Francis in the neutral zone. Carvalho playing it down to the left corner for Morgan. Trying to settle it, back out for Santana. Right point, shot up and out of play. Goal kick coming up for Baltimore. Nelson Santana, member of the U.S. futsal team. Born in Colombia. I believe lived a lot out in Oakland, if I'm not mistaken. 3:14 to go here in the third. Long pass the other way. 1:17 left on the power play for the Heat. Francis back to Santana. A lot of pressure up front by Donatelli and Mello, while Raley and Dos Santos guard the back. Heat working it up with the man advantage. 57 seconds to go in the power play. Santana at center circle. Walking it up slowly. Carvalho back to Francis. Carvalho left side Morgan. Morgan's pass intercepted by Mello. Great job at intercepting. Takes it out of traffic, brings it down the near side. Taking some time off the clock. It's triple teamed and now retreats. 33 seconds remaining on the Heat power play. Francis onto the near side for Santana. He'll approach the yellow to the right side, Carvalho. Carvalho knocks it off the board sloppily. It's intercepted by Thomas. Thomas able to win it back from him too. Thomas, center circle, up the middle. 9 seconds on the Heat power play. Thomas got knocked down. Then he takes out Morgan, and we're going to get another blue card. Thomas upset that there was no foul. And then he takes out Morgan. Let's watch this one again. Right there, Thomas went down, and then he steps in front of Morgan, who tried passing and made it look good. Was it incidental contact? Was it intentional contact? Was there much contact? The official said yes. But it happened right down in front of the Baltimore bench and their fans. And they are saying, no way. Now the first power play is about to end. So there is, I believe, 3 seconds remaining on the first power play. So it'll be a very brief 5v3. But then the Heat will be back to a one-man advantage with just under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Leading 3-1. De Oliveira comes out of the penalty box. 5-on-4 in favor of the Heat with a power play. Ball played down to Tom Miller. Shot save. Still loose down alongside the box. Earhofer can't get to it. Miller comes up with it. Sends it back out to the point. There's Santana. Center point to Francis. Over to the left to Morgan. Santana on it again. 1:30 remaining on the power play. Tom Miller battling, double teamed along the boards. Tim Tima, referee, getting shoved as well in the action, and Dos Santos will win it. He gets tripped up by Morgan. Oh, you got to pull that. You're darn right. That's a blue card on Tavoy Morgan. He got his just a few moments ago. And he stepped in. The trip happened. You've got to pull that as well. So now Morgan's going to go to the penalty box. Watch it here. Dos Santos able to break free. And Morgan just steps in, gets the trip. And now he gets a yellow. So he's going to get an extra 5 for dissent. The official tells you to go to the penalty box. You get your butt in it. So 2 plus a 5 against Tavoy Morgan with 1:14 to play here in the third. The remainder of this quarter will be a 4v4, and then Baltimore will get a brief power play. Once the Thomas penalty is over, they actually had the players in the wrong penalty boxes moments ago. They had Baltimore to our right, and they're putting Morgan in the left. They said, no, we're in the wrong spots. So they have since moved them. 1:14 to go here in the third. A scrappy third, long third. 3-1 Harrisburg. Time of the penalty, 13:46 against Tavoy Morgan on tripping. And Baltimore will restart. It's a 4v4 for the next minute 15. Donatelli back out for Dos Santos. He'll move into the left wing, stopping. playing it opposite side. Rayleigh on it there. Out for Mello. He'll work to the left side. Dos Santos over to Rayleigh. Out for Dos Santos, near side Mello. Mello works down into the corner. Brings it back out to the point. And out in the neutral zone. Over onto the right side, Jeremy Rayleigh. Shot up, out of play. So 27 seconds remains on the 4v4. That'll carry through the end of the quarter. And then Baltimore will have a power play after that, as Willie B makes the toss for about, I want to say 35 seconds or so. Down into the corner. Patrick Thompson on it for the Heat. Back out to the neutral zone to Prima. Still a 4v4 with the Heat leading 3-1. Ball dumped down. Oh, and look at that. Zierhofer had to knock the ball over. It'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Heat. I thought it was going to go high anyhow. Maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe it would have stayed in play and he had to make that. But instead, it turns into a corner kick with 3.7 on the clock. And the Heat want to talk about this. Smart move. We remind you, kick this every Saturday on iHeartRadio. Soccer Sam talks about the games, talks about what's going on, the players, the teams, and heading into the playoffs should be interesting. On Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. on iHeartRadio. And the Heat would like to remind you that the end of season party will take place on Friday night at the New Cumberland VFW. If you'd like to have tickets for that, nice buffet style dinner and celebration of the team, call our good friend Jerry Holtree, 717-503-3657. Blast fans, Baltimore home Saturday, April 20th against Utica. Game 1 of the Eastern playoffs, 6 o'clock. Get your tickets at BaltimoreBlast.com. Well, the Heat are going to put in a 6th attacker for this remaining 3.7 seconds. They believe the time is safe enough that they can do that. So you pull the keeper. And you go with the extra attacker here. They made it 3 seconds exact on the clock. Comes out to Francis. His shot gets deflected. Mello sends it up the middle of the field, and that will do it. We've played 3 here in Harrisburg. It's the Heat 3, Baltimore 1. Back with the 4th quarter on MASL TV.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Oh my goodness, Frank Tayu scores. Oh, heartbreaker.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
After 3 quarters of play, the Heat leading Baltimore 3-1. Out of 10 scoreboard, Utica City and Mississauga tied at 4. And Kansas City leading the Florida Tropics 4-2. Ontario and Tacoma playing a little bit later on. Or not Tacoma, I'm sorry, Turlock. So Ontario and Turlock. And that's a battle out there in the Pacific for second place between Tacoma and Ontario. Because Tacoma's 10-10 and Ontario's 10-11. We start this. Fourth quarter. So the fans looking around, they heard some popping going on. Some kids have balloons here, scaring the crap out of people. All right, 25 seconds with the man advantage now for Baltimore to score. Hoxie, right side. Finds the upper left corner of the net. Fix the mustache. Twelfth goal of the season, Andrew Hoxie on a power play. Power play goal at the 26-second mark of the fourth. Andrew Hoxie from Tony Donatelli. And now it's 3-2. The Heat's lead down to 1. And we will restart things again. What's the problem? Officials are talking it over. Meanwhile, Tavoy Morgan has to serve the rest of that misconduct. And now we'll restart things. The Heat got things going in the first by a goal, with a goal from Villela. And that was it. It was 1-0 at halftime. And Carvalho in the third made it 2-0. Then Tom Miller made it 3-0. But Baltimore now answering back. De Oliveira and Hoxie. 3-2 our score. Santana with the ball, dumping it down into the left corner. All cleared out by John Orlando, getting it up at midfield, trying to get it up to Mike Diesel. Hoxie will send it back, and Rayleigh comes up with the near side. Rayleigh moving past Eske, sends one around the boards, loose in the middle, and Santana calmly clears it back out of midfield. Headed all the way back to the keeper, Mike Zierhofer. Ball dumped all the way down. Willoughby will pull it down right in front of the glass. Just outside the yellow line to the near side, Santana. Francis coming up with it. On the near boards, Carvalho double team. Francis sticks in there too, and we're going to get a drop ball at midfield. So it'll be Diesel and Carvalho with the drop. Diesel sends it back to Zierhofer, and he'll send it up the middle of the field. Danny DePrima with a little give-and-go action. Sends one around the boards. Out to Francis. His shot goes off the back of Ricky Carvalho. Here comes Baltimore the other way. They'll slow it up, changing up in the process. Raley with it. D'Oliveira sending it all the way down. And Dye has it knocked around to the opposite side. Diesel in front, trying to get it to Mello. Did we get a handball? It did. It went off someone's arm down there for Baltimore. It'll be a free kick for the Heat. 12:46 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Harrisburg. Will Bonaheen. Willie B setting it up the field, headed the other way. Back down in the corner, a little grabbing going on, but D'Oliveira on it, trying to clear it out, kept in by Hundelt. Along the boards, he's double teamed, knocks it back out, but it goes right to Mello, who's going to run it 1 against 3 up the field. Mello all the way down left corner, shot just wide, loose to the middle and cleared to the side by DePrima. Pushing foul on Hundelt along the boards. It'll be a free kick for Baltimore. 3-2 Heat. Harrisburg's next to last game of the season. Home next Saturday night with Mississauga. Here's a shot by Dos Santos up and out of play. And Baltimore missing Vinny Dantas. He's been banged up of late. Ball sent up the middle of the field. A couple head balls. Donatelli keeping control, dumping it down. Brain knocks it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Blast. Tony Donatelli. Onto the far side and gets it back. Trying to get it down in the left corner. Brain comes over it, and then a late foul. Or will it just be a injury stoppage? Matt Brame knocking over Galvis. He's up. That's all it was just an injury stoppage. Make sure he was okay. Heat restart things. Getting more and more physical as this game has gone on. Juan Galvis trying to send it around. Gets it back. Shot it up and out of play. Now, another player is down. That's going to be Thomas. Jamie Thomas down. And things are getting a little heated. Not sure how he got knocked down. The officials are trying to clear everyone out until the trainer checks on them. 11:22 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Harrisburg. And Danny Kelly comes out to check on things. And just after I was mentioning how you could tell things were getting physical all over this place, but look, we've seen Tim Tima many times put that whistle away, lets him get physical. He was a physical player back in his playing days in Canton and Cleveland. And now one of the league veteran officials Thomas up and going to need a little help getting off the field. Last thing Baltimore needs, more injuries. .11:22 to play in the fourth. Jamie Thomas needing helped off. There's no call on that. It had to be some type of indirect or accidental contact. So he'll be 10-2 by his trainer, and the Heat will restart things again. Willie B. long throw down to the near side. Zierhofer sends it back the other way. Santana, near side to Prima. Santana gets it back. Far boards to Prima, knocking it forward. SK trying to catch up to it, but it's knocked back out by Orlando. Then Meller gets it. Rayleigh trying to get rid of it, does. Hoxie with a header and sent all the way back to the keeper. This has been a very slow second half with fouls and penalties. Brame. Carvalho working to his right, pulls the trigger. Zierhofer knocks it down. He's in good position in this game. Zierhofer, first game with a blast this season. Up the far boards, Oliveira. Sent back to Willie B. Brame on it, gets rid of it. Now Mello has it in midfield for the blast. He'll play it up for Dos Santos. Baltimore wants to tie this one up. Shot wide left. Francis trying to clear it out. Brame slow to get up for the Heat. Carvalho running it down, but Oliveira gets there first. Make that Elton D. Oliveira. Get those two mixed up sometimes. Daniel Oliveira and Elton D. Oliveira. Dos Santos playing it out at the middle. Mello takes over. Back half of the field. Plays it up over to the far side. Diesel trying to move in. Sends it back out. Mello again looks to move in. Center point. Shot blocked by Escobar. Diesel with a shot wide. Headed to the side by Hundelt. Knocked off the boards, but kept in by Mello with a shot. Pulled down by Willie D. Long throw all the way down to the Baltimore zone. Zierhofer knocks it off the glass, back out to the neutral zone, and a pushing foul again against the Heat. And Escobar knocking down John Orlando. So the restart coming up. Blast down by 1. Mike Zierhofer up near midfield, dumping it all the way down into the left corner. Wild bounce, but no one can get a foot on it. Baltimore comes back up with it. Ball sent out of midfield. No one seemed to want it there. Mello let it go through, and Zierhofer has to recollect it. Johannes Mello. Center circle, Tony Donatelli. Near side, Rayleigh. Right wing, Galvis. One back by Valella. He'll bring it out. In traffic, near boards. Trying to split between players. He goes down, but nothing called. Here come the blast. Long pass back down to the right side. Juan Galvis sends it around. He trying to clear it out, but it's kicked out by Santana. It'll be a kick in when we come back for Baltimore at the top of the arc. We'll step out. 7:36 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Harrisburg leading the Blast back on MASL TV.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
The Heat with a 3-2 lead. They have outshot Baltimore 24-15. Out of town scoreboard, Utica City and Mississauga Metro Stars tied at 5. Kansas City leading Florida 4-2. Right side, shot just wide. Loose in the middle and clear to the side. By the way, that misconduct by Tavoy Morgan is over. He is available to be back out on the field. Deep in the corner, Dos Santos trying to clear it out. Gets it out to Hoxie. Heat with a 1-goal lead. Donatelli in midfield. Working against Santana, who gets it back. Set up for Carvalho, but he can't control. And Diesel will run it down in his own end. Here comes Hoxie the other way. At midfield. Back behind him. Thomas on it. Now Diesel over on the far side, Donatelli. Santana gets in front of it again, clears it out. Carvalho getting free down the left side, then gets some pressure. Now double team deep in the left corner, plays it out for DePrima. Danny DePrima out for Matt Brame. Hundelt, center circle, sending it up, sent back the other way. Francis goes back and recollects for the Heat. He'll chip it all the way down into the right corner. Kicked out of play, and it was kicked out by Elton De Oliveira. It's going to be a restart for the Heat, top of the arc. He didn't like the call. Got the foot on it, popped it over the railing, and here comes the restart for the Heat. Chance to get just a slight bit of breathing room. They're only up by 1. Carvalho will place Meller to his right. DePrima right in front of him. Francis deep in the right corner. Hundell to the left. He'll go to the corner. Francis shot it wide. Bounces back out to Carvalho. He'll bring it back out to the neutral zone. They'll set it up again. Hundelt. Far side Santana. Dumps it down to the left side. Hundelt neutral zone. Santana at midfield. Plays it up for Francis. He taps it back for Danny DePrima. Santana to the near side for Francis. Santana setting it up for Patrick Thompson. He'll tap it over to Villela. Up for Carvalho. The Brazilian working it around. Ricardinho trying to shoot, block. Now Thompson steps in, keeps it alive deep in the corner. being fended off. They're trying to get it to Zierhofer, but couldn't. Trying to clear it out. Donatelli knocking it around. Thompson winning it back. Then Mello gets it. Villela with the pressure. De Oliveira sends it over to the Dos Santos, and now the Blast have it. 4:35 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Heat. Down the left side, Orlando shot and a save. Willie B still cringing from that earlier hand injury, but he has stayed out there. The Heat have no other option in keeper. Orlando down the left. Plays it toward the middle. He was looking for Ndiaye on the opposite side of the box. Nice block by Harrisburg. Once again, the Blast out for Diesel. Dos Santos. Up on the far side, Mello makes a run, sends it around the glass, headed back out by Brame. Morgan comes up with it for the Heat, but nice job by Diesel stepping in front, winning it back immediately. That allows the Blast to change up a couple fresh bodies. They'll get the pass up on the near side for Orlando. He'll send it back out at center circle. 3:27 to go in the fourth, 3-2 Heat. Galvis sending it into the corner, but Morgan gets it back. Gets it out for Villela. He'll tap it forward. Brame on a sprint down the right side, but loses it near the yellow line. Almost stolen away by Villela. Cleared back up to the near side. Willie B comes all the way outside the yellow and pops it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Baltimore Blast near midfield. 3:05 to go in the fourth. De Oliveira sending it up to Galvis, right side. Juan will play it back out to Dos Santos. Near side, Dos Santos. Up on the far boards. They'll work it around again. Oliveira sends it out to the neutral zone, and Morgan on it there, but double teamed along the boards. Still battling, and Galvis comes away with it. Plays it over to the left side. Sent to the middle, and Santana will clear it. Escobar able to get it out of his own end. Long pass down for Morgan down the far boards. He oversteps it. Dos Santos comes back up with it. 2:10 to go in the fourth. Heat up by one. Donatelli, left point, battling with Santana. Heel kick behind. Hoxie with a blast. Up and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. Hoxie had a power play goal at the beginning of this fourth quarter to bring them within 3-2. 1:59 to play in the fourth. Sixth attacker is now in there for Baltimore. So Baltimore with a sixth attacker with 1:36 to go. Sure that's Mello. Here's Hoxie, right side. Sends one around the boards, loose in front, poked out of play. Yeah, I'm almost sure that's Mello there with a sixth attacker jersey. Restart coming up from the right corner. Ball played toward the middle in front. Saved by Willie B. Cleared back out. Hoxie on it at center circle. Now Donatelli. Far side. Dos Santos on the left wing. Mello getting pressure, moves it up the right side. Sends one wide, loose in front, goal! Baltimore scores a sixth attacker goal. ties this game. On the back post, Daniel Oliveira with 58 seconds to play. 14:02 is the time of the goal. This one got deflected wide in the middle by the Heat. Fifth of the season for Oliveira. And that ball was going right for the middle, but the Heat just kind of trying to block or redirect. Well, they redirected it right to that back post. And Baltimore has scored 3 unanswered goals in this game to tie it up at 3. Using the 6th attacker, Melo moves down that right side. And look at that, it was Hundell who got the foot on it, but it just redirected wide. Could not stop it or clear it. Instead, you had the man waiting on that back post. So they'll put Zierhofer back in net. We could be headed to an extra stanza in this one. Tied at 3 with under a minute to go. The Heat scored the first 3. Baltimore scored the last 3. Santana, near side, Thompson. Valella gets redirected and sent up the middle. Thompson has it again. He'll work towards the top middle. Right side, Valella at the point. Shot right on the keeper. Zierhofer, long distribution. Santana intercepts. Works it down the far boards with 38 seconds. Knocked out a play. It'll be a kick in Baltimore. Three with 34 seconds to go here in the fourth. Dos Santos will play it to Zierhofer. He'll chip it all the way down for Hoxie. Turns in front. Thomas pops it up and out of play. He set him up. Thomas made the run right up the middle. But Jamie Thomas could not finish that one off. Was guarded tightly by the Heat. 25 seconds to go. Willie B. Long throw up. Trying to get it over to Carvalho around the boards, but nobody in the middle at the time. Donatelli on it, guarding it near side, trying to clear it out. Kept in. Still loose out front. Valella's shot blocked by Donatelli. Valella again sends one around. Dos Santos will block it. Looks to clear it out. 7 seconds to go. Long pass all the way down to the right side. Knocked off the boards by Thomas. And time expires. We are headed into sudden death overtime here in Harrisburg. Our score, Harrisburg 3, Baltimore 3. The golden goal, sudden death, coming up here on MASL TV.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
We're back in Harrisburg as we're headed into overtime. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, and Utica City has retaken their lead 6-5 on Mississauga. And Kansas City leading the Florida Tropics 4-2. Shots through regulation. 4 quarters. The Heat with 26 shots. Baltimore with 19 shots. The Heat have 7 blocks, and the Blast, tell you, throwing that body out there, they have 10 blocks in this game. As I mentioned, the Heat scored the first 3 goals in this game, Villela, Carvalho, and Miller. But here in the second half, 3 unanswered goals by Baltimore. De Oliveira, Hoxie on a power play, and Oliveira. 3-3 as we head to the 10-minute overtime. First one that scores, game over. Ball sent all the way down on Willie B. He'll grab on. He'll fire it the other way over the head of Carvalho, but right to the keeper, Mike Zierhofer. Out of midfield. Santana battling along the boards with Hoxie. And Diesel helps out. Gets it out behind him. Dumped all the way down to Hoxie on the right wing boards. Hoxie, top of the arc, shot. Just wide right by Mello. Mello has it again near the yellow line. Mello moves into the right side as it poked away by SK. Hoxie on it. Still loose. Willie B grabs on. Meanwhile, Santana may have been kicked during that little exchange there, and now he is down. How many injuries have we seen in this game tonight? Lots. And problems continue. Why the fog machine is going off right now, I have no idea. Yeah, it's letting off steam. It's probably why we keep having that haze drifting around the arena all game. Somebody needs to turn it off. Santana's going to come out. They'll put Matt Brame in. We're early here in overtime. Willie B flings another one up, trying to get it to Morgan. Left side shot, score! Tavoy Morgan. He loves that bounce, turn, shoot. And 58 seconds into overtime. Morgan gets the game winner. What a blast. 23rd goal of the season. What a rip in overtime. Long throw. Willie B getting it all the way down to Morgan on the left side. And Morgan able to finish off this game a 4-3 victory. As now we get a little unhappiness between Morgan and Dye. And look at that rip. Dos Santos was on him, but all he did was just turn. Great, powerful throw there by Willie B. Kind of a little settle with the foot, turn and shoot. Top shelf. And the Harrisburg Heat victorious. Final score, the Heat 4, Baltimore 3 in overtime. Stay tuned. Post-game show coming up here on MASL TV.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! As good a goal as you can see That was a heat-seeking missile.
Oh my goodness, Frank Tayu scores. Oh, heartbreaker.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
All right, thanks. We're back down on the field. Will Bonahoney, we call him Willie B. It's catching on. You like it. What a great game for you today. And you were hurting. What happened?
I came out for a shot, got kicked in part of my hand where it was already injured, so it just stung a little bit, but I decided just to keep it in the glove, get through the game, and then we go for next week.
Well, the Heat have no other options. You're the man. You got to suck it up, and you did that, playing through the pain, grimacing a couple times out there, and they were peppering at different times, but your defense came through.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting a lot of blocks in lately, and, you know, it's just that fight, and we just want to bring that atmosphere and that culture here. It's not going to be a tough game when you come to the Farm Show Arena, you know?
Yeah, you had to be wondering, you know, why can't we finish these games? And they get it and tie it, send it over.
Yeah, it's bittersweet because it's starting to click, but unfortunately we have one game left, you know, but look out for next year. We're going to bring it from the beginning and get the job done.
Well, I'll tell you, Will, you have such a great distribution, and you're able to find Morgan. How often do you and Tavoy work on that long throw, him turning and just shooting?
It's funny because I actually work a lot with Ricky because he's a vet, so he teaches me what to do. So Ricky's probably like, why don't you give me those all the time? But that, you know, 2 assists to my man Tavoy. You know, it's just good to get the win. Cool to get the assist. The goalkeeper usually doesn't get the assist, but it's cool. It's a cool feeling.
And that was a great one there to win it in overtime because you had to put it down the left side, and you got it to his left. Little settle by him and turn and shoot.
Yeah. You know, he pointed, and I just wait last second. I throw it where I think he can get it. He does the rest. I just throw it up, and he does it. He does the rest. You know.
All right, well, you're coming down the stretch here. One more game next week, and this team would love to finish with that win, finish the season on a positive note.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, you know, we're 6 and what is it, 8 and 3?
Well, we're now 10 and 13.
Well, 8 and 3 at home, you know. So we want to just keep it a home fortress. It was a great fans, great turnout. We want to give them a show every time we get here. So,
well, congratulations. Hopefully you'll heal up enough this week.
We got a couple days off, hopefully, and a lot of ice in my hand and some ice. So,
Will Bonahoney, Willie B, and we'll get Tavoy in here real quick. Tavoy, we just want to ask you real quick about that last goal. That was a doozy. He got that one down. He said you pointed and had it right where you wanted it.
Yeah, it was aggressive right there. I was just thinking about like my second game of the season where I get the winning goal against St. Louis. So that was my aim, to just get it and shoot, turn and shoot, and it worked.
A very physical game. They battled back, and it was getting ugly at different times out there, but both sides battled strong to the end.
Yeah, we battled. We know it's going to be a hard one. We just keep fighting. Listen to what the coach say, because he played for a long time, so he understands and know what it takes. So we capture that and bring it out in the game today, and it was a good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Savoy Morgan and Willie B. The Heat victorious in overtime. Back after this on MAS.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
Oh my goodness, Frank Tayu scores. Oh, heartbreaker.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
Back in Harrisburg, John Wilsbach, overtime victorious Harrisburg Heat as they win 4-3 over the Baltimore Blast, getting that game winner just a minute into overtime. I should say 58 seconds by the official scorekeeper. And let's run down all the scoring for you. Wasn't much in this one early on, but the Heat able to get one very early by Villela at 9:24. Came out to him there, the right side, put it in for 1-0. Willie B making some great saves in this game. And right there was one coming back to the opposite side. It was a 1-0 halftime lead for the Heat. Even some big saves there and blocks, I should say, by Raleigh of Baltimore. But the Heat able to get a 2-0 lead there by Ricardinho Carvalho, making it 2-0. Then a nice run here as the Heat allow one in. And then Hoxie making it 3-2. They tie things up in this contest with the 6th attacker at 14:02 as it deflects to the far side. Hundell tried to stop it. Oliveira comes up with it. And then we head into overtime. Great distribution. Let's see that one again if we could. Oh, man, look at that throw all the way down. And Tavoy Morgan finishes it off. What a great strike. Top shelf. And that was the game winner, 58 seconds heading into the overtime period. So a great job by Tavoy Morgan for his 23rd goal of the season. The Harrisburg Heat, double check, outshot Baltimore 27-19 in this game. The victory in net, Willie B. And the loss goes to Mike Zierhofer. He's filling in for William Van Zelle, giving him a break heading into the playoff time. So, good game for the rookie, but unfortunately gets the loss in this one. The Harrisburg Heat, 10-13 on the season now. And Baltimore is 15-7. And with that, as we check the out-of-town scoreboard, want to make sure we got the other game. Utica is now a final. So Utica over the Metro Stars 6-5. That puts them in first place. Really doesn't mean anything in the whole scheme of things. They're both going into the playoffs to play each other, Utica and Baltimore. But Utica now in first place again in the East as Baltimore slips to 15-7 on the season. So that's going to wrap things up from here in Harrisburg. One more game for the Harrisburg Heat next weekend, and that will be against Mississauga. It's Saturday night, 7:05 with the start time. Info at harrisburgheat.com. Baltimore Blast tickets on sale for the April 20th playoff game at baltimoreblast.com. So, fans, we look forward to seeing you at either one of those two games. Want to thank Chad and the crew here in Harrisburg and invite you back next Saturday night as Harrisburg and Mississauga take on each other. From here tonight, it's an overtime victory for the Harrisburg Heat, 4-3 over the Baltimore Blast. And you've been watching MASL TV.